#1 here, just so you know. That's how we're starting the show off, huh?
That's right, Valley Spotlight.
#1.
The #1 local
She didn't use those fingers last time, folks, just so you know.
It was a thumb.
And this is the first take, too. That's what I meant.
That's right. That's right.
Welcome to Valley Spotlight, everybody. As always, I'm Lauren, that's Mike, and Ken Hyderis from Sunrise.
Yeah, in the middle.
River Rock at the Amp in Robbins. Today we are
At River Rock at the Amp.
Where we just finished up the fins to the left. Now, was that the Coral Reefers? Is it the real band?
The real Coral, the guys that are on stage with Jimmy Buffett, when he's on stage, we're here.
Came here.
So now next week we have Queen Nation, which is from California. They're incredible. We go to, I believe, Face to Face, which is Billy Joel.
That's correct.
Elton John. That show is probably the best show we'll have this year. Everybody knows the music, so they sing and it's fun. ELO tribute show, which is incredible.
Atomic Punk. No, Atomic
Punk's is done.
Disco Inferno in 1988.
Yeah, we have a Friday show. Yep, Disco Inferno, and a Saturday show. Wish You Were Here. How do you know 1988 from where you live?
It's kind of my thing. It's kind of my thing. Yeah.
He
about
wishes
your
he could
area,
go
isn't it?
back to 1988.
That was about the last time I was cool, actually, as a matter of fact.
I would take that too.
Tell me about the Robbins schedule too, since we're talking about schedules. That starts when?
Well, we have Kingfish. I keep going to call him Bonefish. Kingfish, August 12th. This kid really is the next B.B. King. Anybody doesn't come and see this show, he reminds me kind of like a Joe Bonamassa with his guitar skills, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Justin Hayward, Rudy Rudiger from
Rudy's
coming.
Don Felder, Herman's. I'm forgetting some stuff. But, of course, Wayne Newton, Mr. Las Vegas in Warren, Ohio for 2 days. RobinsTheater.com, you can see all our shows, and we got a bunch more we're adding here in the next, 2 weeks.
How does it feel to be back, Ken? You know, we had to take, the whole year off last year, and we were just praying that things would calm down enough to get us back on track. And I know you're smiling all the time, which I love.
Yeah, I just did not expect it to happen this quick, to tell you the truth. It was like June 2nd, they said no more masks, we're done, and everybody forgot about it, and they come to the Amp, and they're...
The pictures that I see...
Yeah, nobody seems to care.
It's crazy. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And people are vaccinated. People are being,
they're being careful.
Doing what they need to do. And I think that just proves the point that people want this.
Yes, and people are buying tickets for indoors at Robbins Theater. So,
tell them how to get tickets before we...
for which one? River Rock at the Amp. You can get them at the Sunrise Inn. Actually online, which if it's this week, it'll be too late. Or at the gate. We always have tickets at the gate. Robbins Theater at the box office or robinstheater.com. Join us on Facebook and join our email list because you get to see what shows are coming up.
I love it. Thank you, Ken. All right.
Sit tight for a sec.
Right.
We got an update.
Are we still number one? Or?
We're still #1. And we are talking about a kid who is
Listen to this
#1.
kid. We did a story on Jay, who is a dancer at Steppin' Out Studios out of Girard, and they went to the national championships. And I grabbed my phones because I didn't want to mess this up. Rose, who runs the show over there, says he was crowned Mr. Teen Dance America, and the team was awarded Intermediate Grand National Champions. It's the highest award you can get. They won 9 first-place national championship titles. And Jay kind of led the way, and his choreographer is named Torero.
And that reminds me of the Steppin' Out thing. We have Stomp.
Yeah, Stomp's coming.
Down
Where's that? Powers Auditorium on
Right.
August 20th. There was actually a special on Good Morning America this morning. That show, if you've never seen Stomp, is incredible.
Really
so that's
good.
Dior, I don't know what their website is, Dior.com or whatever. They got a couple different ones, but that's an incredible show.
There you go. So that's your updates.
There you go. All right. I had the chance to visit a fairly new business, especially since COVID kind of shut everything down. They've been open for 2 years. It's called Yanni Custom Designs. And if you are looking to make your house spectacular or your business to set it apart from everything else, you have to see what they have in store for you. The list of services that are offered at Yanni Custom Designs is as vast as their North Meridian Road showroom.
It's not this furniture store, you know. It's, I don't know how to explain. It's boutique, they say. You know, we try every customer to get something unique at the house. We do a lot of different things, you know. We do drapes, blinds, wallpapers, linings, custom piece. We try every customer got something different.
To understand this creative process, you must first understand this family. It all started when Yanni was just a boy in Greece learning the family business.
So I grew up in Greece. My family used to be doing this all probably 45 years. And that's my passion, I guess. You know, I grew up with this business, and always my thought is open again, do something pretty much the same thing. And 2 years ago, I got the idea with my two brother-in-laws together, and I say thank you to my brother-in-laws. It's give me the opportunity to do all these things, and then my wife's too. And that's where I am right now. We got 2 years already open. It's going very well, no complaint.
Today, he and his wife Irene, plus their talented team, design and build furniture, create drapery solutions, offer home decor design on top of commercial design work, and car interiors plus custom seats. It's a labor of love. Every stitch, every detail matters.
He really enjoys, the artistic side of designing and creating things from nothing and, bringing it all together in a person's home.
This husband and wife team play a very special role in their clients' lives. After all, your home is your personal space, and they are proud to be able to offer customized pieces and designs that you cannot duplicate.
It's a great feeling to be able to offer something that wasn't available, I guess, in our area. And it's nice that it's more customized. It's not, just like a big box store that you walk into and you get everything that everybody else is getting. It's nice to see the clients' ideas coming to life, because it's not only our ideas, but it's nice to see them, personalizing their product for their home and creating, their design idea with our help, making it all come together. It's a great feeling because it brings happiness to people's homes, and they live with that, in that space forever. And we like to live in our homes, and I'm sure other people do too.
Every penny matters as well. Irene and Yanni have built their business on being able to bring this kind of service to anyone on any budget. And supporting family-owned businesses, no matter where they're located, is something that they have incorporated into every project.
And we can work with any price point, which is really good too. So if you give us a budget, we're able to bring together the whole room within your budget, and you're saving time and money without having to travel to other areas of town, and you're supporting local, which is nice. And not only supporting local on our end, but even the companies we've chosen to import from Europe is actually family-owned businesses too. So when I'm placing an order, I'm not placing an order with a big box company in China. It's a family that we knew that is family owned, that their dad passed down the sofa company to the son, and it's still a little factory it's being built for you. It's not being built and there's several boxes and they're just shoving it on a container. It's coming for you.
First of all, it's not just the products, it's the people too. You gotta have a good combination between these two, because I can't call you and then you don't answer the photo, or that's me. We got 7 hours difference, so we have to be the same page. So we travel, we see the people face to face, and then the next month we'll go on again the same thing. We try to find different factories. It's different things, and the quality, first of all. I mean, quality is right there.
How about that?
Yeah.
So much talent, and they brought, all of these wonderful, traditions from Greece back here. It's wonderful to see a family working together and creating such a beautiful atmosphere. If you have to bring your mom to the showroom.
I want to.
It's so nice.
She's already talking about new chairs for the dining room, so this will be
where you should go.
Just the perfect time.
Oh, Rita, don't worry. You stick with me, lady. I got you.
That's right. All right, when we come back, we go into the test kitchen.
We sure do. And Mark and I are going to make some Italian sandwiches, the kind of stuff that you get the street fairs, the old world Italian stuff. It was so good, Michael. I'm going to let you know on a little secret. I ate some of it.
All right.
I shouldn't have.
After this break.
The Major League affiliated Mahoning Valley Scrappers are back. Bring the family back for Buck Nights, great giveaways, weekend fireworks, and even more fun than ever. We can't wait to see you. Tickets, sponsorship, info, and more at
mvscrappers.com.
River Rock at the Amp is back for 2021. All summer long, we've got the greatest tribute bands around. Visit riverrockattheamp.com for the complete schedule and get your tickets online, at the door, or at the Sunrise Inn in downtown Warren. At RC Compounding, their team of pharmacists specialize in erectile dysfunction therapies that don't have to cost an arm and a leg.
It's becoming more and more comfortable to talk about these things. And we're not doctors, but we're pharmacists. But you can call and talk to us and we will tailor something to you. We will reach out to your doctor. We'll collaborate with you, collaborate with your doctor. We compound a specific drug for a specific patient.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
Welcome back, everybody.
Valley Spotlight at the Amp in Warren, and look, the cross-country team is behind us, training and getting ready for
You never know
school.
what you're going to see out here.
Mario starts that next week.
He does?
Training and stuff. Yeah, got to
Wow.
get your wind. You got to be ready to go.
Wow, I would be no good.
Yeah.
I got no wind.
How were you? How was your wind after enjoying a sandwich?
So good. Let
Well-
me tell you, it smelled like Italian meat.
Can we find out about festival food?
Yes, we should.
All right, here we go.
Well, this week on Pesto's Test Kitchen, it is all about those Italian festivals. Because are you Italian?
I'm up to about 47.83% on my genealogy report.
Well, thank goodness.
So both sides of my family are Italian immigrants.
Yep.
We also have, from the Czech Republic on my mom's side. So we're Eastern European mutts.
Yes.
How about you?
Well, I am a bit of Italian just from my mom. She's half Italian.
Gotcha.
So I am 1/4. And then Sabina is Italian on both Scott's side and my side. So she is super duper Italian.
That's
but
great.
I have to admit, the reason why I fell in love with living in Youngstown when I first got here so many years ago, we won't go into that, right, Mark?
I know.
Is because of the festivals.
Oh my God! It's we're getting ready to gear up for festival season.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally, after so many months and years, it seems like.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, it was all canceled last year, sadly.
was.
All of the festivals were canceled, not just here in the Youngstown, Mahoning Valley, Warren area region.
But everywhere.
Everywhere. So I think, it's time to bring back our heritage, my heritage, my culture. It's for some wonderful Italian food, whether it's born from the Mahoning Valley or it's from, my true immigrant roots back in Italy. And I try to do things more inherent to Italy.
Yes, you
I
do.
really do. So I might be doing some things today that you might not recognize, but really trust me, they're over there.
They are. And
My versions are more street food versions.
And I've been there, so actually, I think that's
me
the
too.
reason why we've all sort of agreed on what it is
And
that we
Rome
see
has
here.
such amazing street food.
They do,
They
and it's
really
super
do.
fresh
Rome, Sicily,
and very
amazing.
light,
Yes.
and lots of flavors. So
Lots
we've
of
got
flavor.
your homemade focaccia.
Homemade focaccia, we made a thin version. Yes, usually our focaccia is that tall.
little bit bigger.
So we have it, rosemary and raisins. Matt's the focaccia master upstairs. So we're gonna take this, we sliced it in half. I roasted some garlic, and I'm just gonna put some of that roasted garlic, and this is gonna serve as kind of our base. So we're gonna put some of that down. We're gonna put some on the top, of course, because you have to have, it doesn't season itself. You gotta season it on both sides. Now I'm gonna start with, I like to layer, the one thing you have to learn about Italian meats and cheeses is you don't want them thick. You want them thin so that you see all that fat and you see how paper that thin that is and you can see through it. Well, you want that fat, when it hits your palate, you want it to be able to melt.
I was eating a lot of it beforehand, and I was getting yelled at, but I don't care.
And you just get so much flavor. It's not overpowering. It's delicate, and this Genoa salami is just out of bounds. So we're gonna put this Genoa salami down.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow that out by, whether you're in Italy and you say capicola, or you're in Jersey and you say gabagol.
Gabagol.
We're gonna put the capicola down. Okay? And I just
thin,
love that.
too.
Comes from the shoulder. It's got that beautiful layer of flat. And you can also get this picante style where it's got the hot paprika and chili flakes on the outside. That's my preferred one. But just, again, it has to be super thin. It's almost like we're building a muffalata here, but we're not building a muffalata. Now I'm gonna put down the prosciutto. And this is prosciutto San Daniele, and it comes from the northern part of Italy. And again, it's got to be paper.
Family comes from.
It's got to be paper thin.
Northern part.
Now we're gonna put. Now you want to go? Go ahead, Lauren. You like to go crazy.
Well, I'm gonna save some of it.
Let's pretend it's scallions.
Or I just dump the whole thing in
And
there.
let's just dump the whole thing down.
Can I eat this piece?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So now we have the basis of a phenomenal salad.
Oh my Lord,
so
look at
now, just to make it a little bit, and this isn't necessarily Roman because they don't use a lot of garlic in Rome, but this is like Italian peanut butter to me. These roasted cloves of garlic. Beautiful roasted cloves of garlic. Now I'm going to put down some beautiful roasted sweet red peppers. And now, because it is from this part of the world, I'm gonna put down my father's, Papa Canzonetta's, my brother Jeffrey's peppers on top. Give it a little bit of spice. You can go hot, mild, or original. Now we're gonna put down the fresh mozzarella. You could use stinky provolone if you wanted to. You could use whatever you like. And we're gonna take this sandwich.
And look at this chunk.
We're gonna top it. You can do this a couple ways.
This is not good for sandwiches.
You could put this in your wood-fired pizza oven.
Okay.
You could put this on your panini press. You can put this in what we call in the back our Turbo Chef, which is like a very fancy oven. And that's gonna be that. Is that not going to be amazing once we cook it down? I think so.
I can't wait.
So can you trade me out platters?
Sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold
That's okay. And now, like what is so known in our valley, especially at festivals, is sausage stuffed hot peppers.
Oh my gosh,
So
right?
whether you're using the long Italian hots, fryer hots as they're called sometimes, or using yellow banana peppers, it's up to you what you want to do. And all I do is I cut a slit in them, and of course we make our own sausage. This is my godfather, my Uncle Pete Cicero's sausage. We're just gonna stuff that in there, and be liberal with that sausage filling. You just wanna stuff these down, just like that.
These are cut already? Oh,
Those are cut
good.
already.
Can I try
Yeah,
one?
of course.
All right.
Go ahead and try one of those. And we are gonna season these olive oil, salt, pepper, and maybe some Italian oregano. I prefer Sicilian oregano because it's really, really got a deep, rich flavor. Kind of like Greek or Mexican oregano, but very, very deep and rich.
This is so beautiful. I can't
Aren't they
even
beautiful?
believe how lovely this is as
Yes.
it goes in
Oh,
there.
get in there.
I'm getting in there.
Get in there.
Gonna get in there. Excuse me.
And then you just want to make it a little bit clean, make it nice, but you don't want to make it too pretty because Italian foods is based on rustic. You know, you don't want to make it pretty. It's not refined food. It's very grandma's food, nona's food.
Oh my gosh, I don't even have to go to an Italian festival now.
So we're going to take those, season them, salt, pepper, olive oil, put them in a 350-degree oven with a little bit of oregano on it, about 18 minutes in your oven, and they're going to be done. They're going to be beautiful.
Oh my gosh, what a good idea.
Oh, it's such a simple. Now, whether you do this as fair food or you do this in your home, this is a perfect summer thing. You can actually put these on the smoker, which would be amazing. You can put them on the top part of your fire grill, which would be amazing, your char grill. So many different options with this.
When we come back, we're going to take a visit down memory lane when it comes to our peach wines.
Oh yeah, peach wine and peaches.
Can't do an Italian fest without that. So we'll be back. Mark, nice
I'm
to
ready
see
for
you.
festivals.
Me too. What'd I tell you?
I know, now I'm jealous. Again.
I know.
I always get jealous of these things. He makes such good stuff.
And they're usually your idea, which is even worse.
What's on the next one?
We get to make some different wines and the cocktails that you get to see.
That sounds good.
You know, that like peach wine stuff.
Yeah.
I can't drink anymore.
I understand. Well, something new at the Grand Resort. Does it seem like they're adding something every day?
Every minute of every day. Did you get your hair cut there yet?
A little bit on the side. You're going to see it here. I visited the barber shop. It's not exactly where you typically find a barber shop, next to a fitness center, but the Grand Resort does things a little bit differently.
You know, called the Grand Resort, so we want to offer a lot of amenities to our guests coming in.
There's already a world-class spa and salon for the ladies around the corner, so why not add something the guys can call their own?
This gives you a chance to get a little fresh before your wedding here the weekend, and things like that.
Weddings are big business here. There are multiple receptions every single weekend. I wasn't attending one of those, but I decided to sit down and freshen up a little. That feels better. And the resort is betting that you'll enjoy it too, even on short notice.
It's a guaranteed spot. I would make an appointment, but we're always taking walk-ins. That way, last minute, you can just walk in and get your haircut.
And this might just be the beginning. There's always amenities being built every day here.
We're doing men's haircuts and kids' haircuts for right now.
But you never know, right?
Never know, yeah. Never know.
So there you go, 330-856-1900 if you want to set an appointment. If you live in the community, you can use it. If you're staying at the hotel, you can use it. And some guys like to go to the salon. You can go to the salon around the corner if you don't want to do the barber shop. So
we won't find you there, I know that.
Mario went there.
Did he?
Yeah, he enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Anyhow, that's the story of that.
Okay, after we take this short break, we're going to come back and hang out with our friends from the Community Food Warehouse of Mercer County and their big meal bus.
Hopping on the bus.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
For over 25 years, Rachel's Restaurant has been known for our award-winning cuisine and relaxing atmosphere. Our surf and turf's a Valley favorite, and like everything else on our menu, is prepared from scratch with the freshest ingredients. Rachel's Restaurant, Austintown.
Salt Me is a company that produces products that are made out of Himalayan sea salt. I have a love affair with Himalayan sea salt. And as an ear, nose, and throat doctor, the most important thing for me is that the products are going to be effective and that they're going to be safe for patients. So I make products that help sinus conditions, and I make products that are going to be good for the skin and good for the body. And all of them are made of Himalayan sea salt.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight, everybody. As always, we appreciate you watching and all the great story ideas that you send us. We wouldn't be able to do it without them, right?
That's true. And we got a good one from the Community Food Warehouse of Mercer County. Mimi and the gang wanted us to visit their meal bus. Myron the ape was there. It was a lot of fun.
They're such good people, too.
And they're doing great things, too. Wait till you see this.
Today's menu is sweet sausage with some peppers and onions and mashed potatoes with gravy.
Mashonda Weber and her team from Weber's Catering and Events out of New Wilmington are dishing out another wonderful meal. Their farm-to-table great taste is nothing new, but this means a little more.
That is what it's all about. That's what we do this for, to bring comfort and joy through food and service, and to know that somebody's getting a wholesome meal that maybe otherwise wouldn't, you know, that's awesome.
They're partnering with Community Food Warehouse of Mercer County to make 100 meals a day and serve them out of this bus 5 days a week to local neighborhoods.
You know, we've always struggled with the idea of not having a summer food program, and this bus really is the answer, because now we can go to places where, you know, right to where the folks are. If some people don't have transportation to a school or a pantry or whatever, you know, the bus is coming to them.
So the bus brings hot lunches to places like Sharpsville, Grove City, Transfer, Farrell, Greenville, and we caught up with them at Musser School in Sharon. This summer program has been a long time coming.
You know, we're on the road, and again, we're halfway through already this week, so we're thrilled. The people are loving it. They're coming up to the bus. The kids are so excited. You know, Mike, this is year 5 since from concept to completion, to being on the road rather. So
on the road for the last 5 weeks with 5 more to go. Just a little something that helps bridge the gap in the summertime for the families and kids that many times have to do without.
Summertime means that already burdened households, you know, that really struggle to keep a meal on the table, it's an extra burden because kids aren't in school. They're not getting a free lunch, free breakfast. So that means that, you know, it's tougher for families. So,
and I was very prayerful about it because it's, you know, this isn't a wedding type of event, but it's a very meaningful event, and it's very positive. So we're very excited and very blessed to be part of this one.
The bus itself is so fun, so it kind of takes the edge off the idea of hunger. The kids are really enjoying the bus. So many people say to us, God bless you, thank you so much, this really helps us, we love it.
The people love it, and Mashonda's staff loves it too.
And you know, our food doesn't just come from the grocery store, there's a lot of work behind it, and we are very proud to share not just our food, but our knowledge and where we source it from, and that it's quality, and that we care about what we do, and we care about what we put out there.
The perfect partnership and a goal. that finally came to completion.
You can't ask for more than that. It's a dream come true, I will tell you.
So there you go, a dream comes true.
So
They were
many
so
years
happy.
of work.
Yeah.
Years of work.
5 years, I think, she
Grants
said.
and money and trips.
And great partners.
Yep.
With all the people that help out. We really appreciate it. All right.
Speaking of great partners, Steelite International, one of our huge supporters of this show, they give us the ability to go visit all these wonderful restaurants. And I had the chance to go to El Torero in Warren on Elm Road. They've been there in that location for a few years, but this family, this Angel family and Jesus, not only is the food second to none, the drinks are amazing, but the family, that's what this one's all about.
I come to USA when I was 17 years old, and I come to Tennessee, and I started working as a restaurant, for 5 years, I think. I started dishwasher, busboy, kitchen, and everything. So
for Jesus Angel, this life, this restaurant is everything to him and his family. He made the trip from Guadalajara, Mexico, to give his family a better life.
Well, we've been here, I say, 21 years already, and here in Warren. We married in Mexico, and we grown up, all my kids in here, so I'm happy that we have 6 kids.
That's right. Jesus and his wife have raised all 6 of their children in Warren, Ohio. El Torero in Warren on Elm Road was the first of 3 locations in the valley. And there's something to be said about keeping things the same. That's what keeps his customers happy.
Like you say, we've been here on the business for almost 20 years already. And we making the food, most all the time, like, you're gonna say pretty much the same, we don't really change the recipes. And yeah, the margaritas, they're always exactly the same, I never change that, and people like it, so that's important.
And growing the business over the last 2 decades has not been easy. Little by little, Jesus and his team has created what greets guests today.
I started in a different location, pretty small location, and when we move in here, we don't realize we want to do something like this, but day by day, we're working in, the small things like the bathrooms, the kitchen, and the dining rooms, and we started putting in more stuff, to looking better and nicer. So
each dish is made fresh to order, and in almost 20 years, they haven't had a single complaint about the food.
They made me feel better. They made me feel like working harder, to keeping the business better and better, and to make the people happy, with good food and margaritas.
And each plate frames this Mexican cuisine in the best way possible. It's all fiesta-ware, dishes made just across the border in Newell, West Virginia. And thanks to Steelite, these dishes will continue to bring color to every recipe El Torero offers.
I like it so much because the coloring, when you bring the food and you put the food on the table, they look so nice. They are beautiful plates, and they're not very easy to break. But they're so nice. People like it, Sometimes people, they want to buy it for me.
They like it, right?
Yep.
El Torero, a couple different locations across the valley, like we mentioned, but Michael, the margaritas, they did them to go for COVID.
Yeah.
Can you
I
imagine
bet that was
the
big
party?
business.
it was a good deal for them.
Yeah, we're coming back. Oh, that's fun. It's a fiesta.
It really is.
All right, let's take our break.
Okay.
Kelly Warren on the other side talking about why and how you hire a realtor that works for you.
Papa Canzonetta's peppers, recipe established in 1975. A family secret is now yours to share with the people who add spice to your life. Choose from mild and hot versions, plus our famous original blend too. They're the perfect punch for any dish. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We've got the recipes to prove it. Just follow us on Facebook. Order online at papacans.com and pick your peck. papacans.com. Order 6 jars or more and qualify for free shipping. We like it hot. We're glad you do too.
Budapest Cafe, home of Uncle Nick's Greek fried chicken.
Sunrise Inn, home of award-winning pizza.
Weston, Maine.
Come check out our poutine.
Mocha House Cafe and Eatery.
The famous California cheesecake.
Charbonnet's Wine on the River, famous for our great wine and our charcuterie.
Jack's Steakhouse, famous for our cowboy ribeye.
Modern Methods, famous for our craft beer. Cheers to downtown Warren.
Heels is the low-cost living, anti-inflation department store.
Shop Hills in the Liberty, Lincoln Knolls, and Boardman Plaza's Youngstown, and a Ridgeview Plaza in Warren, and a Hills location in Champion, all open 10 till 10 daily.
Welcome back to the River Rock at the Amp.
Yeah.
So many great things. They just had the Fins to the Left.
I was going to say, if you missed that bash.
Don't worry, this weekend is the Queen Tribute Band.
Oh, how fun.
I know, right?
I love that. I love that. And they look and act just like them, too.
They really do. It's like watching the real thing. At least I think it is.
All right, time for Home Advantage. Kelly Warner and I talked about a very tricky subject, hiring your realtor. Yeah. Here we go. Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Home Advantage with Kelly Warren. Her team busy working probably right now.
Busy.
They better be. You guys better be. Here's a gorgeous property that's going to be on sale soon.
Yes.
Let's talk about how we get it from, hey, I want to sell it, to the market. How do you guys get involved? How do you find out about these properties first?
All kinds of different ways. You know, people, they see our advertising, they see us on Valley Spotlight, they hear us on the radio, they maybe see a sign in the yard, and so they call and say, I'm thinking about selling my house. And we start those conversations. But I mean, I can tell you, I've been out to dinner and the booth next to me or the waitress mentions real estate, my ears just perk up. And you know,
like
then I'm having conversations with people everywhere. Yes, yeah. Exactly like that.
And it happens that way.
I hear it.
But isn't that the name of the game, to get the jump on it first?
Yes.
It's very important, I would think, in this business.
It certainly is, yes.
What about, like, everybody knows a realtor, is related to one, has a friend that does it. Does it really matter with the housing market the way it is? Does it really matter which realtor you pick these days?
It certainly does. I would even argue more so than ever. I mean, the market is great. You put a house on the market, it's going to sell. But don't you want it to sell for top dollar?
Yeah, this is my chance.
You know, if you put your house on the market, you will get a showing and offer, definitely.
Okay.
But if it's done right, we hype it up, we do all the marketing, we get the gorgeous pictures, we put it out into our network and on over 1,000 websites and everything else, and we get you 20 showings and 6 offers. So now you know I have the best offer. And then if you're doing something like moving out of the area or downsizing or building or any of those kind of things where you need more time to make the move, then maybe the best offer isn't just the highest value, but can you have an extra 60 days to stay in the house or things like that?
Yeah.
We can negotiate those things for you.
There are people that think, well, I could just do it myself. I mean, the market's so good, I could do it myself, right?
Yeah, we've had some for sale by owners. Always, you know, there's always been for sale by owners in the area, and you are legally allowed to sell your own house and save the commission. But the commission is more than just, you know, an added fee. There's a lot of value in that. So we had 2 for sale by owners in the last week where one was wildly successful with 1 million people showing up at their door and lots of showings, but they didn't know how to ask for the sale and close it. Like, you're here, you like it, give me an offer. And they didn't love the managing the schedule and the people coming and going and all that kind of stuff. So when we took over for them and we were able to say, you leave from these hours, we'll get showings back to back, we'll let them in, we'll unlock the door, we'll make sure your stuff is safe and secure, and then we'll ask for the sale and get you an offer. It worked out so much better for them.
Well, like I said, this is your chance to really make a few extra $1,000. Should I worry about my aunt's cousin's niece that's been a realtor for 3 years and worry about about her feelings?
Such a loaded question.
I know, but I have to ask you because that's what you guys are thinking.
So, you know,
you get the argument. Though.
Yes, I do, and I want to tell you to use your family. However, it's a big purchase, it's a big sale, there's a lot of money involved. You need to know that who you're working with is somebody that knows what they're doing. And nothing is more uncomfortable. You know, is it more uncomfortable to go to a barbecue and say, listen, you know, I wanted to keep business from personal separate, and so that's why I didn't use you? Or is it more uncomfortable 2 months later to say, listen, you really screwed that up, and now I lost money, and now I'm never going to speak to you again? So I would certainly consider them, but I would also consider true professionals.
All right, there you go. The website is
kellysoldit.com.
And then the phone number, 2 locations, but the phone number to get a hold of you folks.
330-717-2689.
Remember, they're in Boardman and now in Howland. If you're in Trumbull County, you can pop in there. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks, Mike.
Another edition of Home Advantage. That's a tough one.
It is.
I mean, all your friends are on Facebook. Here's this showing. Here's this showing. Oh, I'm friends with them. I like that.
I know.
That mom, that softball mom is a realtor. You know, it's just tough.
Just go with Kelly Warren.
That's all you got to do.
Sorry. It's just easier. All right. So you know me. I like to get a bargain.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Big on the thrift shop bargain.
Yeah. If it's retail, I'm not paying. And there's a reason, because there's so many great things at places like the St. Vincent de Paul Society. They have their new thrift and furniture shop right here in Warren. The things, Michael, so nice and for a good cause.
All right, let's see.
Well, if you've ever watched this show, then you most certainly know I like a good deal, a great bargain for a great reason. And that is why I got the email from Grace, Darlene, about this shop opening for St. Vincent de Paul. And I was like, immediately. I don't think I've ever called anybody back so fast. Congratulations on the store.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful place and so many different types of things.
We do.
And lots of people had to come together to make this happen.
Yeah, we just have an amazing group of volunteers and staff members. And, you know, it's been a labor of love.
Yep.
It's taken months to get here, and the last 3 weeks have been very labor intense, but here we are. Yeah.
This is the new Warren location, and lots of people coming in the door. So if you hear the door, that's the reason. Because it's a new spot right here in downtown Warren. You guys have a huge facility, and it used to be like a car.
It was
place.
Actually the old Union Auto Parts store.
Okay.
So they would do oil changes in the back, selling auto parts out here. So when we first looked at the building, it smelled like they were doing oil changes in the building. So obviously it's taken us a couple months to get here and get the renovations done. But obviously we've had a great team of contractors on board, and it looks amazing. Yeah.
When you walk in, of course, you see some of the vignettes, and it's merchandise just beautifully, just like a regular department store. But the things are all donations. And high quality things, right?
Most things are donations. We do have some new items in the store.
Okay.
They tend to be like personal care items, health and beauty, kind of small impulse purchases.
On this 95-degree day, I saw the deodorant. I was like, oh, $1.
We do have deodorant.
I did see that.
But most of our items are donated, and I will tell you, some of what we get is just amazing. Our donors are just incredible.
You mentioned a few things for the ladies.
Yeah.
What did you?
So we have our SBDP boutique over here in the corner, and we have Louis Vuitton purses. We have Burberry ties for men, Coach sport coats, St. John's. We have some very high-end fashion. But then we also have, we've got every price point here, which is what makes a thrift store a thrift store.
Yeah.
Even the St. John suit that you might pay $800-900 for,
Which
obviously
is
is just a fraction of that here.
Unbelievable
So,
stuff. And the furniture. I have to admit, we go to Salvation Army. I always joke around with Fred, if you take me past a Goodwill, I'm going in.
Yeah.
But you can't find really nice furniture pieces anymore in some of those places.
We've got some amazing pieces. You saw that back room.
It's amazing.
And we do have some incredible pieces. Some are antique, mid-century modern, which is just the thing right now with young people and millennials. we get a boatload of that. Yeah, we're very, very blessed.
The way that this works is that you help people in need. So the definition of helping people in need is not just necessarily in one area. You guys have food banks. You work with people who are coming out of prison. There are lots of different, highways sort of all merging together.
Yeah, there are a lot of moving parts in our organization. We're kind of the unsung heroes here. St. Vincent de Paul just quietly does what we do, and we've been doing it here for over 90 years. But we do have 4 local food pantries. We have the dining hall on Niles Road. We feed more than 350 people every single day.
Every day.
We provide furniture vouchers, bed. We have a sleep soundly program. So we are the only organization here providing. Now there's one in Cortland who provides bedding for young people, but we have found that
they don't have beds.
You spend a third of your life in a bed.
Right.
You need to have a solid bed to sleep in that's clean and healthy, and so that's been actually our biggest program. The growth in that program this year has been amazing. Yeah.
Amazing stuff, darling.
Clothing vouchers, food pantry. Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Just come in and say hi to these volunteers.
Yeah.
They're truly remarkable. We appreciate you guys reaching out to Valley Spotlight.
Sure.
We're
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a look around. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
I have to go shopping.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Grab a shopping cart.
I will. I'll see it. That place, Michael, is huge.
What was your top thing?
Well, my mom got us a really nice outfit, like a suit. A St. John suit.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Right, that was the highlight.
And they're taking donations?
They're taking donations,
even
even furniture donations, and the furniture, sometimes, a lot of these places don't do these furniture, big warehouse type of things anymore, but they do, and it's so nice.
All right, we'll take another break, and when we come back, more festival food.
Peach wine's coming right up.
And it really all started with salt, with Himalayan sea salt. That's where it all started, because of a patient who came in and told me about the benefits of salt therapy, which is inhaling Himalayan sea salt, an aerosolized Himalayan sea salt. And I found that my patients were having fantastic results using salt therapy, and I wanted to know, how could I incorporate the Himalayan sea salt into products that would benefit the sinuses and the skin. And that's where Salt Me was born.
RC Compounding specializes in custom medications to meet your individual needs. Our staff can compound medications in unique dosage forms for everyone in your family, even your pets.
For us, we have standards, we have testing, we have personnel training. Every single product that we dispense, we can assure that it meets all standards and above and beyond.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
Bistro 1907 is a classic yet unique American bistro. This space lets us immerse ourselves in history. The dishes are inspired by our past but have a modern twist. Bistro 1907 by Mark Canzonetta is unlike any place else. Find out why. I'm Mark Canzonetta, and I welcome you to Bistro 1907.
Note to self, don't eat Mark's before and after, okay?
She ate the swap.
I did!
You were supposed to see a nice whole pretty sandwich, so we made another one. Anyways.
Look at this, it was so good, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
It
Look
was
at that
so
thing.
delicious.
Take a bite.
I didn't need anything else. You want me to, I'll eat that.
No. We're gonna talk about what we made. So those beautiful stuffed hot peppers we made. You can serve them two ways. Whether you serve them at your house, this is how I grew up eating them. Stuffed, beautifully stuffed, some pomodoro sauce or garlic and olive oil sauce. It didn't matter. Whatever, whether you put some provolone on top, you put some mozzarella on top.
Look at this, baby.
And then I love pecorino romano. It's got that sharp bite to it, and it's just amazing. So we put some pecorino on top of that. Now, we turn those beautiful hot stuffed peppers into these
like,
sandwiches. Look at this.
Sandwich.
Look at this. And this is, I think, is what's famous at the fairs.
I think so too.
They take the stuffed pepper and they turn them into sandwiches. So those are just absolutely
More people should do that at the fair. I'll be honest. You don't see a ton of them done quite like this, Mark. Like
Now,
I'm not going to say the word of what Italian is at the fair because I don't want to upset anybody. But this is above and
I'm allowed
beyond.
to say it. I'm an Italian, but
Are you?
I'm not going to say it.
I don't want to say it.
So anyways, now my wife stopped me dead in my tracks yesterday. She said, if you don't do this dish, and this is a surprise, we didn't prep it, we didn't make it, I just did it last minute this morning.
Right.
The king of kings, she tells me, is
the
garlic bread bowl stuffed with cavatelles.
Look at this.
Meatballs. Took our focaccia, hollowed it out.
Look at it.
Roasted garlic oil inside, fresh parsley and oregano, Parmigiano Reggiano, pecorino, put it in the oven, got it nice and crispy, and then stuffed it full of beautiful cavatelles. Now these just aren't your ordinary cavatelles because you know I don't roll that way.
There's nothing normal about
Look at how big these cavatelles are. These are jumbo, beautiful. These were bronze die cavatellis. These were made by scratch. I mean, bronze die cavatelles, rolled, extruded, absolutely gorgeous. Joey, you're gonna eat this later, buddy. This is amazing. But I guess the key to this, I don't know how you walk around a festival holding this thing in your hand and try to eat it and try to tear off a piece of bread.
Right?
With it.
That's like the best part of it.
But it's amazing.
Are you going to put this on the menu? Am I allowed to ask you that?
This is street food. If I do another food truck, La Famiglia Canzonetta, I promise we'll have this.
This is so good, Mark.
Isn't that great?
We have our Italian sweet wine.
Coming up next. But you got to have a piece of this because you didn't have.
I didn't.
You didn't.
I ate the other
And I'm going to have a
sandwich.
piece with you.
By mistake.
So look at this, the sausage stuffed hot pepper. Now you got to be careful. If you don't want it super hot, take the seeds out. The seeds, actually the stamen that holds the seeds in is what's hot, the membrane. So remove that because if not, sometimes you get one you'll have to do a Tebow and take a knee. So
I'm ready to take a knee if that's what it takes on this one. Oh, geez.
all we need is the music, the Little Miss Italian Festival, the big Italian Festival, the
Baby
Little
doll
King.
dance.
Absolutely.
It's so good. Oh my God.
Look for your favorite festival this summer, whether it's in the Mahoning County, whether it's the Mount Carmel Fest, the Warren American Italian Festival. Right down here in downtown Youngstown on the square, we have beautiful festivals throughout the valley.
Awesome, we'll be right back.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make.
Hi, I'm Barber Corcoran. I'm constantly asked by news sources how to best navigate today's real estate market. I call the brightest agents in the business to get their input. Hi, Kelly. What's going on in the Mahoning Valley area?
Hi, Barbara. The market in the Mahoning Valley has remained strong.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Sellers are enjoying the safety of the Guaranteed Sold program, and buyers and sellers love the 3D tour and the free moving truck.
Get the best advice from my friend Kelly Warren. Go to kellysoldit.com. Be safe and smart.
Pets are part of the family, and at RC Compounding, their pharmacists make your pet a priority.
Pain management is a big one with animals, especially if they have cancer or like end of life. They're unable to take tablets or capsules, and we're able to customize it into a solution that an owner could administer pretty easily without, difficulty of having them swallow a tablet or capsule if they're not able to.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
Well, welcome back to Gusto's Test Kitchen. I am Lauren, and I have something to say. Mark, are you ready?
Yes.
I have to be honest. I have had some very rough mornings after
Because of
being
peaches and
at
wine?
the Lowville Festival.
At the Lowville Festival.
With the baby doll dance because of this specific wine. That doesn't mean it's not very, very
Right.
good. It just means I had a lot of it because that's how good it was.
I know. It's good. It's so good. It's a
peach
little bit sweet, but it's
wine.
supposed to be.
And it's so easy to
Whether you
drink.
have great peaches or you have nectarines, you want to take those. I don't just use white sugar because I don't. I use
He
some great
doesn't.
sugar in the raw, and I'm going to cover these in sugar in the raw, just like that. We're going to give them a little bit of toss, and then we're going to start stuff them into the glass.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Now, the longer this sits, obviously, the better it
it's
gets.
going to be.
Because when you go to the Italian festivals, and I think our glasses are actually too fancy, and you want to use your favorite
say
table wine, your favorite Sunday wine, whether your best friend, your grandfather, whoever made it, and you just want to fill that to the top. Make sure it's got a little bit of a chill on it.
In my family, it was Carlos Rossi.
Oh, well, Carlo, he did some good
Or
stuff.
Carlo, or whatever his name
So
was.
we just pour that, top it off. Now, if you want to add some rum to this, if you want to add strawberries, but peaches and red wine is the perfect combination, and I like to actually have it with some chocolate biscotti. So what I've done, everybody, is, Lauren, do you mind if we invite some friends in? Because let's make it like a festival.
Come on, you guys. It's like
my staff is like my family. My best
Everybody's
friends are here.
vaccinated, having a good
So
time.
everybody grab a sandwich, enjoy. Everybody, please
Am I
have
allowed
a
to
great...
take a sandwich? or not? I
Absolutely,
already
and
ate
some
one.
wine. Guys, have some wine. Joey, Mikey.
Here you go, boys.
Joey, Mikey, Nikki, Robbie.
Cheers.
Here's to the Valley
cheers,
Festivals,
Alan.
everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Great
cheers,
times,
guys.
great family, and it's good for our local churches as well.
Cheers, Joey.
So cheers to everybody.
Some of these people we haven't seen in forever. That's what the festival is all about. Mark, happy summer.
Happy summer. That's so good.
Holy
I can see
moly.
why you wasted a Monday.
I know. I was not good. I was not good. It was so worth it. One of my favorite memories of all time.
I know. Isn't
Play
it?
More.
More.
Yeah, oh, this is so good. All right, thank you.
Cheers, everybody.
He did it again.
I know, and then I ate the swap.
Oh, that's all right.
So terrible.
That's
First
not
time
your
I've
fault.
ever done it. He was so like boring.
You know, when they switch it around,
Oh,
there was
so-
nothing left.
Then he tried the sandwich and he was like, I understand why you ate it.
For sure.
Gotcha.
All right, speaking of good drinks, I met a real live winemaker, like with her name on the bottle of wine that you find in the store.
Easy name to remember too, Kate Arnold.
Kate Arnold was back in Northeast Ohio. Here's their story.
So I've always been into wine. I had that opportunity and that access to be around really good food and really good wine. So when Jean and I met, it seemed like the perfect couple.
Wine has always been a big part of Kate and Jean Arnold's life. So finally they thought, let's do our own.
Jean had the experience and we both wanted to kind of create really good wines without a lot of preservatives or additives. And that's kind of the way that we've kind of had this farm to table attitude, and we try to do the same thing with the wine.
We actually met over a glass of wine.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, in Charleston, South Carolina. And we just thought we could do this better and reflect a quality wine with quality grapes and sell wine to people that were really interested in how grapes and wine was made.
It's not hard to grab a bottle of wine these days. There are thousands of options. But even with the high volume, they feel like theirs is different.
The reality is it's like most industries. You know, there's consolidation. There's several large companies within the wine industry that have the majority of the space. And we thought that creating wines from California, Oregon, and Washington, that we could create wines that were very specific to the vineyard, reflected the fruit in the vineyard, which candidly is different than the way most mass wine is made. So we thought there was a space for us.
They have vineyards in California for their Sauvignon Blanc. And if you're making Pinot Noir, you better grow and manufacture in Oregon.
Oregon for us is really our base of operation, and Oregon is all about Pinot Noir. And Pinot Noir from Oregon is all about purity. 100% Pinot Noir, dry farmed, low yield fruit, so you get higher quality wine. And that's really what's put Oregon on the map, is the expressive nature of the Pinot Noir and the high quality of Pinot Noir from Oregon.
Lucky for us, Kate's originally from Worcester, Ohio, so she can come home to see her parents in the summer and do wine tastings, like the one at the Wine Cellar and Lounge at the Grand Resort.
It was gives a nice opportunity to see mom and dad, and then also get some wine tastings in and kind of advocate for the winery too.
We really like to watch people, and as the light bulb turns on, we think we've done our job. You know, if we leave a wine dinner or a wine event and people are more educated and more curious about the industry, then I leave very satisfied.
The tasters are satisfied too, but it took a little while for the Arnolds to feel comfortable bringing their wine to complete strangers because everyone's palate is different.
Honestly, the first 6 months, yes, and I initially took it personally, but I think ultimately what you have to concern yourself with is, you know, I'm not going to tell someone what to wear. I'm not going to tell someone what to drink. If we make the wine with quality, and we know that there's quality throughout, whether it's from the grape growing or from the wine production, ultimately, we're very confident that within all the portfolio of our wines, there'll be a wine that someone ultimately will enjoy.
Confident enough to put Kate's name right on the bottle.
Kate's involved more on the business side of it, and we named the wine after her out of respect for her because she has a full-time job, obviously raising our soon-to-be 16-year-old daughter. And if you look at wine brands throughout, there's very few female-oriented wine brands out there, and her being an integral part of the company, we thought it was a better option to use her name as opposed to my name.
It's pretty sharp. It's a great Christmas gift, right? To come in with your own name on a bottle. Sometimes it can be a little, I think I'm probably pretty shy too, so it took a little while to keep seeing my name on a bottle.
The company and the wines have only been out for about 5 years, but so far the reviews have been great, and it all goes back to how they make it.
It's relatively new, but people really like it. It's Jean will go into more of the winemaking process, but it's a very old world way of making wine. So we're not adding sugar. So people are really enjoying it. People love to drink wine. They like to go out to the West Coast. They like to go out to Europe. So the experience and the response has been really good.
Everything that we do is all about the provenance of the fruit and wine, which ultimately equates to higher quality. So I think for the price, you can't beat our quality.
No, it's not.
It's cool?
It's cool. It works well. It works well. Again, sometimes I kind of blush a little bit, but when people like our wine, it makes me feel good because then the hard work that we're putting into it, it all makes it worth it.
That was awesome.
It was.
What a nice couple. You never know, because wine people can be pretentious at times.
Maybe a little.
Not them.
No.
And no additives or anything like that.
I bet it was delicious too.
It was so good.
I'm excited to try it.
All right, that's our show for this week.
Thank you everybody for supporting Valley Spotlight. As always, you can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and please don't be afraid to send us your story ideas. We do this for you, and we can't do it without you.
That's right. And do not forget to come out to the Amp next weekend for the Queen Tribute.
Yep, and so many other things. So just look at their schedule online, rip or rock at theamp.com.
I'll be here for Disco Inferno and 1988. Hair metal.
See that go.
Yeah. All right, speaking of old things, not me this time, here's our retro commercial. At the barbershop, we kind of thinking about really close shaves.
Yeah, yours looks all right today.
Thank you.
You didn't screw it up.
Thank you. So here's your retro commercial. Thank you, Gillette Foamy, and thank you guys for watching.
Is Gillette Foamy thick and rich enough to stop this super sports car? No. Is Foamy thick and rich enough to support this lovely lady? No. Is Foamy thick and rich enough to hold up this husky hiker?
No. But if you want a clean, close shave, it's more than thick and rich enough.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.